Hey, what's going on, guys? Well, I'm doing a new cigar review. I'm very excited to try this Cuban cigar. Got this today in a trade, a box of them actually. I'll show you a little box here. These are a Hoyo de Monterrey de Jose Jenner, of course, Cuban version. Super cool. 3 different boxes of Cubans, and I've always been interested in trying more Cubans. I've had one Monte Cristo, which I enjoyed. I've had other Cubans before, but I can't 100% verify they were real Cubans. The Monte Cristo I had was definitely 100% Cuban because I was able to look up the serial number on the box. These Cuban cigars come with, of course, the official seal, the tax stamp, whatever. They have the hologram on there, and there's always a barcode and serial number. And you can go to Habanos' official website and look these up. And there's a lot of different things, there's plenty of websites that show you, legit Cubans compared to fake ones, and, everything from the logo on the back being like kind of burned in as opposed to printed, and obviously having the proper stickers and colors and sizes and all that stuff. There's, like I said, plenty of websites that are dedicated strictly to figuring out whether your Cubans are real or not. And believe it or not, a lot of fake Cubans come from Cuba. And you think, oh wow, people travel actually going to Cuba, you wouldn't find fakes, but clearly they see tourists coming a mile away, and there's plenty of people in Cuba, in Havana, selling fake Cubans to tourists. So you got to really watch out. These came from Germany. You can probably tell from the German sticker on the front here, which I believe translates to "smoke is fatal." I don't know a lot of German at all, but I'm fairly certain it says something very similar to that. I think literally "smoke is fatal" or "smoke is harmful" or something like that. But anyway, so yeah. So this particular stick is a 40 by 5.5, and it smells good. Just has kind of a hay smell to it. I'm excited, very excited to try this. So, got the Perfecto Cuban Crafters, which is fitting, right, for the Cuban cigar. So do a little cut on that. Make sure we're all squared away. Tightly packed. Doesn't feel like much. It's a thinner cigar. I say these are the Palmas Extras. It's a box of 25. And if you're in a country you can legitimately buy these, I think it goes for about $100 a box, so 25. So a little bit more affordable as far as Cubans go. But yeah, kind of a snug draw. I'm also using a new Vector lighter, which I'll eventually do a review on. Pretty cool, very interesting lighter. So let's get right into this. Like I said, I'm super curious to try this out. And if you don't know, in the U.S., the embargo with Cuba, it's been modified a little bit since the Obama administration. Now that Trump's in there, actually, I think Obama did it, believe it or not. I don't think it has anything to do with Trump. I think it was before Trump got in. Regardless, if you travel to Cuba, you can bring back some cigars and rum and stuff, which a lot of people are doing. It's legal for me to own these, by the way, for all the people who are wondering why I'm making a video on this. I can legally own them. They were gifted to me. I didn't buy these from John. I gifted him a couple knives. He gifted me some Cuban cigars, which he brought back from Germany. Wow. Okay, so that's pretty unique. By the way, I love the lighter. Give you another shot of this. So you push the button on the side lever or whatever. The trap doors open. I'm not going to point this at the camera, but we got the triple flame. Alright, so right off the bat, it's woody for sure. It's kind of reminiscent of a Arturo Fuente, which all tend to be pretty woody to me. They're blends. good, smooth, pretty mild. No real like pepper bite or anything like that. Yeah, just like a medium woody cigar. By the way, let's see what time it is. It is 4:36, Wednesday, June 7th. Let me show you that, my picture of Gus. Oh, hello. Try that again. Alright, so let's just say we started at 4:35. So keep an eye on how long this, this burns. So far I like it. So guess I'll just sit back, relax, enjoy the little bit of summer that's starting to peek out, because we've had so much rain and so much cold and wind. It did not feel like summer, and today's just a just a touch warmer at like 65 or 67, whatever it is right now. It's not warm by any means, but it's getting there. So I think later this week we'll get some 80-degree weather, which will be nice. But yeah, I'm just gonna turn the camera off and just relax, grab myself a glass of water to go with this, and just enjoy it. But so far so good. I do like it. Seems already to be kind of burning fast. But it's deceiving because it doesn't feel like a real hefty or heavy cigar. But it is, I wouldn't say it's too snug, but it's not a loose draw by any means. But as you can see, plenty of smoke coming through. Pretty nice, I like it. Also reminiscent of Arturo Fuentes. Most of the Fuentes I've had, again, were very densely packed. You know, they were never really lightly packed. So anyway, I'm enjoying it. I'll see you guys in a little bit and give you an update if something happens, or if nothing happens, I'll just let you know when I'm halfway done. Well, I'm back for a second. It's 4:45, and I'm reading about the company and stuff, so I figured I'd turn the camera on and talk about it a little bit. See our ash burning perfectly. Draw is still perfect. Everything's good. Flavor still kind of tastes the same. It's a little bit stronger flavor, just not stronger like strength. But anyway, I apologize in advance if I butcher any of these names or anything. But by the way, a lot of people say Hoyo. I believe it's pronounced Oyo, but you know, I'm just a white guy from Jersey, so I'm gonna say Hoyo usually. But when I started the video, I think I said Oyo, because that's, I think, the official way to pronounce that. But anyway, I'm not good with pronunciation, so it is what it is. I still say water with a D. So, Hoyo de Monterrey owes its origins to the town of San Juan y Martinez, which lies at the heart of the Vuelta Abajo tobacco zone. Yeah, I know. Horrible, right? You'll get the gist of it, though. Here, the Hoyo de Monterrey plantation, one of the great Vegas de Primera, can be reached through a gate on the town's main square inscribed Hoyo de Monterrey. Jose Jenner, 1860. Hoyo, or Oyo, literally means a hole, and in this case describes the low-lying position of the plantation on the fertile banks of San Juan y Martinez River. Jose Jenner, a Spaniard from Tarragona, first used the name of his Vega on a brand of Habanos in 1865. So he created the brand in 1865. The flavor of Hoyo de Monterrey's blend makes it an attractive choice for those who seek a delicate yet aromatic Habano that is lighter to the taste, but with great elegance and complexity. So I thought that was interesting. So I'd read that to you. So around since 1865. And of course the center, Jose Jenner, is the original dude. Just, I don't know, interesting. Just kind of read about it, so I figured why not share it with you guys and butcher a couple names while I'm at it. But yeah, so far enjoying it quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, as far as the flavors, it's just good tobacco flavor, like a base with just lots of wood. It's really what's coming out the most, is just tons of wood. And the room note on this is phenomenal. I always try to explain this to people. It's kind of like coffee. You smell coffee brewing, it's like out of this world. You taste it, it might be delicious to you, but it never quite tastes as good as it smells. Cigars are kind of the same way. Cigars, a lot of cigars can taste really, really good if you're into, fine tobacco, but they never taste as good as they smell. I wish sometimes it tasted exactly how it smells burning. This thing smells phenomenal burning, and I'm only getting a light whiff because the wind's kind of picking up and I'm outside here. But see that ash holding on? You see all those little, layers as it burns, and I puff on it. But get the ashtray close just in case it falls. And this one, although it's round, it has somewhat of a box press. They're all kind of fitted inside the box, like they don't want to roll. So it's not, I don't think technically it's a box press, but they have a little bit of an edge, I guess you could say. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm enjoying it. And Gus is sniffing the air. He's going, what is that? Gus isn't a huge fan of cigars, but he's outside. A lot of times I'll turn the fan on when I'm not doing a video, so he doesn't have to smell it or anything. But sometimes he'll smell the cigar smoke and he'll go, make this like funky face. He's not a fan. Oop, there it goes. I want to catch it on camera, but yeah, so holds on about an inch. Now I get to pick it up. Well, how about that? That is a dense pack. Usually you cannot pick up, fallen ash like that. It just crumbles. So, like I said, pretty densely packed with tobacco. So now that I caught that on camera, so I'm just, like I said, curious how long it holds on, the ash. It speaks to basically the construction of the cigar. If you have an ash that's flaking off every, eighth of an inch, it's because it's a loose pack or not packed properly, or it could be like little chops bits in there, But this is a good premium long filler cigar. So it holds on quite a bit. So I'll be back in a little bit. Getting down to the nub soon. Actually, I can take the band off. I'm kind of sliding it backwards. It's on there just loose enough to be able to slide it without damaging the wrapper. As you know, I do save the bands. Oh, let's see. Put that off to the side. And the ash is falling. So let me ash that. Okay. So, I was reading something. Wikipedia. By the way, it's 525. So, Hoyo de Monterrey is the name of two brands of premium cigars, one produced on the island of Cuba for Habanos SA, which is the official Cuban cigar organization, the Cuban state-owned tobacco company, as they put it, and the other produced in Honduras by General Cigar Company, now a subsidiary of Swedish Match. So if you buy the Habana version of these cigars, they're obviously from Cuba, but the non-Cuban versions of the Hoyo de Monterrey are made in Honduras under General Cigar Company. Interesting. Because a lot of people, I've actually got that question, not a lot of people, a couple people, I've gotten the question before, is like, hey, I saw this Cuban cigar, but it doesn't say Cuba on it, or Havana, or Habana, or anything like that. Is it Cuban? And if it doesn't say that on there, it's not from Cuba. A lot of companies do have non-Cubans, even though they make Cuban cigars. But we're still gonna smoke this. It's getting small, but it's not hot yet, which is good. As far as the the flavors, just wood. It's woody. It's very good though. It's very pleasant. The strength and the flavor ramped up. The strength, not so much. I would still say it's medium, in strength. I haven't eaten much. About to cut up some watermelon and some other fruit. But yeah, I didn't have dinner yet or anything, so I haven't eaten in a while. I'm feeling the nicotine just a little bit, but it's not rocking me or anything. You know, I have no problem with it. So like a lot of people would say, this is very mild compared to other Cubans, let's say, or just strong cigars in general, but I wouldn't consider it a mild strength. It is kind of medium. But as far as the body or the flavor ramped up pretty much the whole time. It started off like a light wood, and it just got woodier and woodier the whole time I was smoking it. So of course, if you're into that flavor profile for cigars and you like the wood flavor, and wood is kind of generic, it's nothing specific. I think there's a, let me check again, but I am fairly certain that there is a cedar plank in this box. Let's see. Yeah. Rest it down for a second. There's literally a piece of flat cedar that separates the two layers of cigar. Cigars, plural. If we can get that. See? So it's a plank of cedar in there, and there's the other layer. Strong cedar. So maybe that has something to do with it. Some influence coming from that. But yeah, it's really good. It's just straightforward. And of course, a lot of people say, you know, Cuban cigars are the best cigars in the world. At some point, maybe they were. Now, I would definitely say, after smoking tons of cigars, they're among the best cigars in the world. Is this the best cigar I ever had? No, it's not. It's a good cigar. I like flavor transitions and different profiles and stuff like that. It's a consistent cigar. The construction's perfect. Never touched up the burn. I mean, it's a smaller gauge, so it should be good, but absolutely perfect. It burned perfectly. Plenty of smoke. The ash held on nicely. These are handmade. It does say on the box, handmade. There might be some confusion because I read that they used to be machine rolled, these Palmas extras, but in 2002 until current they've been hand rolling them. Okay, so it is a hand rolled cigar. But yeah, I mean, quality's phenomenal, construction's phenomenal, flavor just good. You know what I mean? It's not like the tastiest cigar, but that's personal preference, of course, always. People talk about Cuban cigars being, you know, the best in the world. A lot of it has to do with construction and how they're made and everything. But what makes Cuba such a great place for cigars is the entire, you know, the climate, the soil, the pH in the soil, and the conditions, and how much sun they get, and the heat, and all that kind of stuff. It all culminates into whether it's good to grow tobacco or not. But of course, they grow tobacco all around the world. And there are cigars from, you know, Dominican Republic and Honduras and stuff. They're just as good, you know, or better. Just, again, depends on your personal preference. And if you look at like all the, you know, the cigar awards that are given out and stuff, half are Cubans, half are non-Cubans. You know what I mean? So maybe they had the market cornered back in the day, you know, in the 40s and 50s and earlier. But as of right now, in 2017, there's a lot of amazing, you know, the top cigars in the world aren't all Cubans, in other words. But for me, being an American guy and not having access to Cuban cigars, there's of course an allure there. You know, ooh, I want something you can't have, that kind of thing. I want to try things I'm not supposed to do. You know, and there's that. So obviously that's why a lot of people want Cuban cigars that are in America, but people all abroad in other countries, if you're not into cigars, you don't really care that much. If you are into cigars, you have access to those Cubans. Which, by the way, I read that these in particular, about $10 a piece if you didn't want to buy a whole box. A lot of places they're like $8 to $12 or something like that, just to get a single stick. So if you do live outside the U.S. and you do have access to genuine Cuban cigars and you want to try this one, expect to pay about that, about $10 US, which of course you have to figure out what your own currency is. But yeah, and about, like I said, $100 to $120 for a box of 25, which obviously makes them cheaper. Alright guys, so it is finally getting warm on me now. So I'll take one last little puff. And we will call it a day. So not bad. Let's do a quick time check here. I started at 4:45, I believe. Whoops. Here's, whoops, come on. There we go. 5:36. 36 and 15, 51 minutes, I think. Something like that, a little less than an hour. So yeah, very happy with that. So to kind of recap here, wood. It was a woody cigar. It was smooth. It was medium bodied, medium strength. It was nice. You know, one-dimensional, which if that's your thing, I mean, it is a very consistent stick. The whole way through is the same flavor, just got, you know, stronger in that flavor as it went on. But yeah, I liked it. I will certainly enjoy the rest of the box. But it's a really cool experience. Like I said, I mean, for me, being American, being in the U.S. and not having access to Cuban cigars, there's definitely a nice novelty to that. So I would recommend them. If you're outside the U.S. and you want to try them, pretty good cigar. I like it. But you have to like wood. Very reminiscent, if you're in the U.S. and you like cigars, very reminiscent of the woody Arturo Fuentes and even some of the Romeo y Julietas or y Julietas. So let me try this one more time. This is the Hoyo de Monterrey de Jose Jenner and the Palmas Extra. So I stink at pronouncing things properly, I suppose. I could barely speak English. I don't know why I think I can master any other language right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, a huge thank you to John for hooking me up and doing this trade. I wouldn't have had these without him. So John, you're out there. Thanks again, buddy. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the cigar review. I will certainly review the other two Cuban cigars that I have, our two styles, in the future. Not anytime soon. You know, take a break, enjoy some of these, you know, and space them out a little bit, as well as, you know, have some other non-Cubans. But every now and again I will do reviews, and because those are special to me, I will definitely do reviews on those two specifically, so stay tuned for that. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Oh, I didn't even notice. I was wearing my Browse shirt. That's right, I actually carried the Browse today. Not this one that's pictured. I carried the VR71. Just going back to the Browse days. It's been a while. Speaking of Browse, I have the MT Knives Genesis, which I've been wearing lately, but I think I want to go back to the Browse neck knife. So we'll see. Jason's a cool guy. I like him. He's come out with some pretty interesting new knives too. Watching some Blade Show videos lately. Nothing to do with this video whatsoever, but just kind of, you know, blabbing here. Man, I miss Blade Show. What a cool experience. If you can ever make it out there, do it. If you're into knives, that is the mecca for knives. But anyway, that's all. I'm done with this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon.